Need a quick, no makeup, natural glam look? Then keep on watching. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to lay your brows down. So I love to use the NYX brow gel. This one is in the shade Clear. And I like to use this because it sets the tone for my makeup. I don't care what nobody says. Your brows set the tone, and laying them down can actually help map out how your makeup is going to come out. Next, we're going to go into the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love this primer down. Even though I'm an oily skin girl, it still works. So if you're oily skin, I definitely recommend this. It is just so good. It gives a dewy look without you being oily. And you know, a lot of the times as oily girls, we don't like to look that way, but it gives it without the oils. So I'm going to go in with the Sephora Collection Brow Pencil. I believe this was in the shade Dark Brown. And instead of actually drawing or outlining my brows, I'm literally just going to fill in the sparse areas. And I recommend this for anybody that has brows like I do. Start with a feather like stroke at the tail end of your brows and then work your way up and just fill in those areas and try to make them as even as possible. It also helps if your brows are cleaned up. I also have the best brow tutorial on my channel if you want to see it, linked right here. Now for my girlies that have thick brows, I honestly recommend just using the brow gel, brushing them up, trimming them up, cleaning them up, and you should be good to go. But this brow pencil is definitely amazing for my girlies that have sparse brows and just want to have like that almost micro braided type look. It definitely gives that off. Next, I'm going to go into the Timeless Beauty foundation that I own. It's from my collection. If you want to see more about that, I'll also link the video here as well. This one was in the shade Bronze Glow. This one was more of my skin tone. I'm literally just going to clean up under the brow. We're not going to go over because we don't want a super structured brow. We want that nice feathered, natural brow look. And I'm going to clean up under my brow and slightly add a arch to my brow. That way we can just have arch, because who doesn't want an arched brow? They just look fire. So after I do that, I'm going to blend it out with a random fluffy brush that I just pulled from my brush collection. You don't have to be particular about this. You can use your hand, you can use a sponge, anything you want. We're just going to buff that out so it's blended out. After you've gotten that blended out, you're going to go into concealer. So you can either use a concealer that is your skin tone or a shade lighter. I'm opting in for a shade lighter with the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 300. I believe that's Honey. And I'm going to put that under my eye, and I'm going to put it at an angle as well because I wanted a lifted look. I'm also going to put it on the bridge of my nose, my upper lip, and my chin. And after that, I'm going to go in on the inner corner of my eye with the Best Skin Ever Concealer by Sephora Collection. This is in the shade 22N because I want a bright under eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bronze my nose with a foundation shade. I believe that was Warm Mahogany, also by Timeless Beauty, my beauty brand. And I like to do this because I like to let my concealer sit for a bit before I go and blend it out. And honestly, before I even blend it out, I'm going to spray myself with some setting spray. And the setting spray I'll be using is by Morphe. This is the Luminous Glow setting spray. Now back to bronzing. I do recommend using a cream bronzer, or you can even use like foundation or concealer, just as long as it has like a nice golden undertone for my women that have golden undertones, or anything for that matter that's just warming your face. You don't really want to go in for a contour because I feel like for a natural no makeup look, contours can give off I'm trying to go glam or I didn't finish my makeup, and we don't want that. So now that my concealer has sat for a bit, we're going to go ahead and blend it out. So personally, for even though this is a no makeup look, I like a full coverage under eye. If you don't, you know, you can go less is more, but I just personally really love the way it looks with a no makeup look. And I like to also focus that really intense brighter shade on the inner corner of my eye. I don't really like to drag it out too much because when you go to take photos, you might just get flashback. So honestly, if you're going to use an extremely light shade like I did on the inner corner of your eye, just make sure to focus it in that general area. It's really just meant for like a added oomph to your makeup. I don't know, it's just me. I really like it. Let me know if you like it, if you've ever tried it. But after I get my concealer blended out, you're actually going to go back into that bronzer brush that you use, and you're going to go over the edges of that concealer just so it doesn't look really harsh or wonky over that bronzer. And you're going to take that same brush and go over your nose too to make sure that your nose contour is not over the top. Then I'm going to go in with Warm Mahogany again with Timeless Beauty. That's my foundation. And I'm only going to put that under my bronzer, like literally on the lower part of my cheek, on my chin, and slightly blend it into my concealer just to marry everything together. Keep this brush on hand for the rest of your makeup because I promise you, the foundation on that brush is going to marry everything together seamlessly. Then you're going to choose your favorite blush. And I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo blush. This one is in the shade Pinky Promise. I love her down. She gives off a baby doll look. Some people say it looks ashy on me. I say, why do you care? It's on me. I really like it. It looks super cute. But I like to take this also at an angle just because I like the lifted look as well. It's just something about it that just does it for me. And then after I blend that out, I'm gonna spray myself again with the Luminous setting spray by Morphe. Like I told you, that the setting spray is going to get used a lot, and I love it because it's luminous. You know, during the winter months everything is so matte, you still want to glow. So after we've let that setting spray dry down a little bit, we're going to take whatever dewiness left on our face and press it in with our foundation brush yet again to marry everything together. Then we're going to go in with our setting powder. So I am using the Makeup Revolution banana setting powder. I love this down. Sometimes I alternate with using a powder puff or the actual setting brush that I'm using here, even though I use this brush to blend out my concealer and blush. But I like it. It's just the go-to blush brush. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It's just the go-to brush for me. But we're going to put that everywhere we put concealer, and we're going to press it in. I'm not a girly that cares to bake, even though I'm oily. I just feel like use what you need, press it in, and get the job done. Now my upper lip, that's a different story because she be sweating, and I was told that evil girls sweat on her upper lip, even though I don't understand the correlation, but whatever. So now I'm going to go into a pressed powdered foundation. This one is in the shade 330 Toffee Caramel. It's the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, and I recommend this just for setting your foundation. I know people think, what? Yes, you need to set your foundation too. Set that, and then also this tones down that under eye if you're using a setting powder. It's just a chef's kiss to me, honestly. Then because your girl is going natural now, we got to cover up that forehead. We need to bronze it down. She can't just be looking crazy out here. Show her some love. She's underneath those wigs, so she has like a weird tan line and she won't get darker. So that's why I'm also slicking back this bun, my natural hair, showing that some love too. Let's get with it, girl. So I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics Caramel Hoola Bronzer, and I'm going to bronze my forehead and my cheekbones. And I recommend taking a brush with that same bronzer and doing the sides of your nose. Now if you want to pinch your nose for this, go ahead. Me personally, I don't really care to do that no more. I just like to make sure my nose is not getting lost underneath makeup because I don't want a flat face. Then afterwards, I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place a Bella blush. I don't even know if they sell this anymore on their site. Am I the only girly that I will hold on to something, especially once it's gone? I'm like, oh no, now I really can't get rid of it because you guys don't have it anymore. Yes, I'm the one that keeps it down. Oh yeah, by the way, set your face. But I am one of those girlies. Let me know if you're one of those girlies that also keep stuff too for a long time because you're like, just in case they don't ever bring it back. Yeah, I need to keep that. Oh, there goes that foundation brush again. Girl, yes, press it in. Then we're going to go in with the Milk Kush mascara. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so good. I don't really have long lashes like that, which is crazy because my son Cameron does. And I think he gets it from his dad. And I'm just like, how dare he get the lashes that I aspire to have, but I can only have with makeup? That sucks. But I can get that same effect with the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. It is so good. I put on like 2 coats. We're going to go your lashes at the top and lashes at the bottom. I'm not going to opt in for an eyeliner. You can. If you do, I would say use like a brown just because it's more natural. But personally, just give me the mascara. This mascara eats. I love it. I hope they never get rid of this. They shouldn't because I believe it's one of their staple makeup products. But it is so good. It just gives the girl lashes. Also too, if you see beauty marks, I naturally have beauty marks in those areas, but because we're putting on makeup, they naturally get lost. So I like to put my beauty marks back with like the NYX Epic ink liner, and that's just black, and I just literally dot it on. So if you see these, they're not moles, they're literally my beauty marks. Now I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution lip liner. I honestly do not remember which shade this is. I'm upstairs in my room currently, like, you know, recording this voiceover, so I don't feel like going downstairs, but it'll be in the description. So if you like this lip color for this lip liner, then it'll be in the description. But I chose this one because it matched my actual lip line, and I wanted something neutral, natural to give off cohesiveness with this look. And then after I've lined my lips with that, I'm going to blot it out with my finger just so it doesn't look like I'm wearing lip liner. I just really want it to look like I have lip fillers because it just looks super cute. Then I'm going to go in with the MAC Cosmetics Creme de la Nude. We're not going to swipe, just tap it on because it's slightly brighter than my natural lip shade, but it gives me exactly what I need. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner pencil. I believe this one is in brown or nutmeg, and I'm literally only outlining my cupid's bow and like the center of my bottom lip just to give some more definition back to that pout. Super cute. Then I'm gonna go into the Lawless Beauty Forget the Filler. This one is in the shade Nudie. It is the perfect lip color, like, oh my gosh. Also, you're gonna see it, say it with me: set your face. Yes ma'am. And then after that dries down, that is the finished look. If you love this video, give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.